The January 24th, 2017 meeting of the Intergovernmental Relations Committee will now come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Brew. Here. Ms. Cayley. Here. Mr. Rocco. Here. Mr. Wilcox. Here. Chairman Zale.
Here. Is there anyone signed up for the public forum?
There is not.
Is there anyone present who has not signed up to speak who would like to address the committee at this time? Hearing none. Next item on the agenda is approval of the minutes. You have your December 20th, 2016 minutes before you. They stand approved unless the clerk is notified of any changes by the end of the day. Next item on the agenda is new business. Mr. Clerk.
Referral 17-0006.
Moved by Legislator Brew, second by Legislator Rocco. Is there any discussion on this item? Yes. Legislator Wilcox.
Thank you.
I was waiting.
Thank you. I'd like it if the administration could just give us a brief description of this project.
Through the chair, Jenny Verhagen, in Public Safety. It's not technically a project per se. It's more of codifying our relationship and our planning that we're doing with all the surrounding counties.
So could you describe the referral then, in addition to what's obviously in it?
Yes, through the
a little
chair.
bit greater detail. Thank you.
Yep, through the chair. We are a member of the Finger Lakes Interoperable Regional Consortium, and a lot of the grants nowadays require us to be a member. So we have an intermunicipal agreement to be a member, but this is actually working on what we're actually working on. It describes it, and obviously the high-speed data network is one of the things to hopefully link the counties together for interoperable communications. But there isn't a specific project, so as grant opportunities arise, this shows that we're working together and planning together.
Okay. So the intermunicipal agreement that we would authorize allows us to do exactly what? Plan?
Through the chair, that's correct. If there is anything specific where we were utilizing equipment or something, we would probably have another intermunicipal agreement with one specific county detailing what we were doing.
Okay, thank you.
Is there any discussion on this item? Legislator Cayley.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Through you to the administration. Just additionally, with this agreement, sorry, cutting my time short. Is there by entering into this, is Monroe County assuming the call to action?
Through the chair, there's no financial or any obligation for us to do anything.
Okay, through the chair. When you say that, when grant opportunities come through, I think if I understand this, there's the opportunity to work cohesively or intergovernmentally with other counties. Is there any one or any one entity that is responsible for tracking that? Or, in other words, is there a phone tree?
Oh, well, through the chair, what would happen is if we applied for grants, and one county would probably become the lead agency on the grant. Right now, we had to turn in an application for what we're doing to the state, and then the state is going to decide where they want to fill the gaps, let's say, in communications, so they will be awarding it that way.
Thank you. It didn't quite answer the question. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not asking it correctly, but when the opportunity comes through to the state or the grant is there and someone recognizes that they could be a part of it through the chair, are we relying on any of the multiple counties that might be involved to see that light bulb go off? In other words, is there a process? A communication
through the chair process for what?
Communicating.
Well, okay, so we communicate with each other. We have monthly, or every other month we meet. Okay.
That's it.
As a member of the consortium.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Is there any other discussion on this item? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 17-0027.
Moved by legislator Rocco, second by legislator Brew. Is there any discussion on this matter? Seeing, oh, yep, legislator Brew.
Through the administration, through the chair to the administration, the site that Monroe County is providing for the town of Greece, is that some sort of a backup data center that they're requesting the Monroe County to help support?
Through the chair, yes, that's exactly what it is. It's a secondary site that would be used in case of an emergency or if their original site goes down and they need to bring their systems up.
Yeah, I understand. And one additional question through the chair to the administration. Are there any other municipalities that the county of Monroe is currently providing the service to?
Through the chair, we did enter into an agreement for similar but not the same kind of services with the village of Webster. We're not currently providing any services right now under that agreement, but there is one in place. But there are other agencies that have approached us with interest.
Right.
So there could be a potential for futures.
Okay. And one other follow-up question through the chair of the administration. Is there any type of liability that the county would encounter by hosting this backup site?
Do you want me to answer that, or do you want to answer that? Did I say that right? Through the chair, we'll be handling that through the indemnification process within the agreement.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I have.
Any other discussion on this matter? Legislator Wilcox,
Thank you.
just like in my
Raise my
profession-
hand for you?
Just like in my profession.
Okay, in
that'd
case
be
you can't see me
helpful.
move the mic.
Thank you.
Okay. Through the chair, I'd like to ask the administration what the actual rate is that we would be charging?
Sorry. Through the chair, we're still working on that. We've gone through some preliminary numbers, et cetera, things like that, but we haven't established exactly the rate that we're going to charge. It'll depend on precisely what their needs are. as we
Can
go
I,
through-
yeah, and through the chair, then, can I ask why we would wait, why we would do this now and not wait till we actually have the rate to approve this? Through the chair?
Do you want to? I'd say through the chair, because we need to understand what they need before we can enter into a final agreement. But we do have some general ideas of what we would charge.
Can you provide those, please, through the chair?
Through the chair, yes. I can either give you a document or I can give you some examples.
Both would suffice.
Okay, let's see here. So through the chair, for example, monthly cost for the, I apologize, I didn't put this together, so now I'm trying to
That's
decipher
okay.
it. Okay, here we go. Here's one price. Through the chair, for one rack, and this is a rack that hosts servers, the electric for 2 racks is an estimate of $763. Do you know if that was per month or per year? You had that in your email, be per month?
I think the difference is they're talking about
300, so it's totally different than the one I have?
This is premature.
760
They should just wait till they actually have the numbers.
for 2. Yeah. So that's per month, you said, right? Okay. Through the chair, yeah, we believe it's $763 per month, and that's for the 2 racks. But we are going to have to validate this. They aren't finalized. This is just our preliminary estimates.
And I apologize, I thought I heard you say for electric, through the chair? Is that right?
Electric, yes. I
So-
apologize. I don't have the best form in front of me, and I'm not really.
No, it's okay.
Which one is the best? Okay, here's another example. These are based on 2 different locations, and I believe it's just the way, depending on the location we go with, the electric and the rent will be combined versus a different location where they're going to be separate. I think that's confusing me, so I apologize. So at one of our other locations, for example, 2 racks would be $376 a month for the electric and $360 for the actual rent for the space, basically.
Okay.
So I apologize.
No, that's right. It sounds like those numbers might be combined in the other one,
Yes,
like you had
yes.
mentioned. And through the chair, are we talking about 2 racks? Is that all we're talking about?
Through the chair, I'll have to check on that, again, until we truly understand. It's really for their phone system, so we're not talking a huge amount of space. I doubt it would be any more than 2 racks, since that's what we have on here. That's, I would assume, our preliminary
Okay.
estimate.
And I would only ask this, again, maybe I didn't ask it correctly the first time, and I'm not sure if the question goes to you or to someone else in the administration. It seems like this is a very reasonable proposal to put forward. It just seems like it's slightly premature and that you don't have all the information. Is there a reason why we're reviewing this now and not maybe next month? Through the chair?
No. Through the chair, this is just the way we've been doing it. Honestly, we're not really seasoned at this.
Okay.
We're trying to get ahead of the
Good
game.
enough.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right. Oh, and I'm sorry, through the chair, also, originally, December was their cutoff date, and we did get a couple extra months, so that's another reason that we
Okay,
pushed it.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Legislator Kaley.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, through you to the administration. So that I understand correctly, based on the other questions, what Greece is doing is moving their equipment into this space, and it's basically space rental and utility?
Through the chair, yes, and it's their secondary equipment. You know, obviously, they're not moving their primary equipment, but
Right.
they will supply the equipment.
Thank you. And then through the chair, are they responsible for the installation?
Through the chair, at this point, we believe they're going to be doing it. However, we haven't really gotten a number on this yet, but we're going to propose that we put language in there for IT services so that if we feel it's in our best interest that we do the install, that we can charge them a fair rate, so that the county can be reimbursed for whatever county employees may have to do some work on that activity.
All right, and thank you. And then through the chair, is this, I know that there's a cutoff when you have to do it. Is this an ongoing then? Will there be an additional agreement?
Through the chair, as we do the IMA, I would imagine we'll have some sort of term or whatever for moving it on or having a renewal, et cetera. I don't know, Alicia, if you need to talk about that at all, but I would assume this would be a longer-term deal, given that it's a DR site.
All right, thank you. And then through the chair, would we be privy to some more current, what have you, information forward? Because I do agree with the legislator that I think this is slightly premature given what needs to be done, even though we are being indemnified. I'd like to see a little bit more disclosure, but if I could have that, I would appreciate it.
Is there any other discussion on this item?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay, all those in favor? Any opposed? Item carries. Are there any other matters to come before this committee? Seeing none. There being no other matters, January 24th, 2017 meeting of the Intergovernmental Relations Committee stands adjourned. The next meeting of the Intergovernmental Relations Committee will be held on Tuesday, February 28th, 2017 at 5 p.m. Thank you.